Hey, is this not on your pre-scheduled one? Oh, it is.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Let's see. Who all do we have in the chat? We got Ian, Yeti, Mitty, Doc, Big Nate, Brick Sergeant, Z, Mayo, Gary Malone. Just keeps going, don't it?
Click and
Cliff.
Cliff is here,
All right.
and so I hate to have bad news right at the beginning of your stream, right? But
All
this
right.
is Lego Man Bricks Production Studios 9 parentheses up arrow 4444444, and Buttchop sent me to be the bearer of bad news for this stream. But actually, we made up for it because Buttshop cannot be here. But as soon as I leave, re entering the stream is going to be a special guest that Buttshop had sourced from Lego in Billund to come over and join the stream with you, Triple D. So if you can, I'm gonna go. If you can click me backstage, I just made the announcement. People are gonna be confused if you weren't here for the announcement. I'm gonna go backstage. I'm gonna get the guest. The guest is almost ready, and we will start this. You can start your notes or whatever, and then we will uh, go on with the stream. Okay.
All right. I'll see
All right.
you. And by the way, Butt Chop fired you like several days ago.
I know. Well, my lawyers say otherwise. So we'll see about that when it comes to court. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think
yeah.
Butt Chop is going to win on anything.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I just like knocked him out. Knocked him out. Come in here. What's he thinking? Tell you what. I told Butt Chop when we were sitting backstage, I said, look, I got show notes. That's so that we're all on the same page. Let's see. We got hey Miss Bricks, how are you doing? Tim's in the chat. Rochelle, Brixine. If I missed you, I apologize. There's Mayo. Somebody say Mayo. The Brick Pods. It's just filling up. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today was the friend sets and how they evolved from the Lego group. And then whenever you look back into history, there was basically only three major toy companies. You had Mattel, which started in 1945, and you had Hasbro, which was in 1923, and then you had the Lego Group. The Lego Group struggled to get the girls because around what was it, 1970, the homemaker theme came out, and I'll have some pictures and slideshows and whatnot later on in the stream. But this kind of gives you an idea of what what I'm geared up to talk about today. And it looks like we've got another guest. Let's see who it is.
Hi, it's me. Dr. Fox. Oh, it looks like my producers did not change my name.
They didn't change your name at all.
I know. I I said I'd be on the show, but because of that, this will be the last time I do them any favors.
Well, see, it's
Supposedly,
that
but
Lego man. I keep saying that Lego man.
hey,
Just he's not doing this. He's not doing his job, and now we have proof. So whenever I see Buttchop, we can say, "Hey,
right.
there you go."
Well, see, Lego Man contacted me and told me that Buttchop 2021 wanted me on your stream, and I was, you know, paid in full. So I don't know where Lego Man Brick Studio Productions got the money, but as long as the check clears, I'm gonna be here.
Oh,
So
I don't
thanks for
blame. I don't blame.
having Dr. Fox on the show. I did notice what you were talking about for the topic. Excellent topic. I do have a lot of, as a doctor, I have a lot of input on the Lego girls market because, as you know, most doctors have to take that class in college.
Right. I figured it was actually a a mandatory class that is actually needed to be taken.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You can't get your doctorate nowadays without it. So, uh-oh. Doc says it's a trap. I'm not sure about that. I don't see Admiral
Oh,
Akbar anywhere. Hello,
I don't
Doc.
know.
What's your problem, caller?
Yeah, Miss Brooks, she has a problem.
We all do. We all do, and that's why doctors are so important now more than ever. I do not want to see. I can tell you if it's infected, Ian. Yeah, I'm a doctor in foxology, and I will be building a microscope so that we can analyze any sores or growths that you people have on your bodies. Yep.
Stud City he's got a rash that just won't go away.
Yeah, that's pretty standard issue in these parts.
Oh,
So,
Miss Bricks, she has an addiction.
uh-oh, my checks get bounced. That's why Dr. Fox has never been on the Mayo Osco show. So we will build this and we can chat about the girls' market.
Yeah, so whenever I was looking, it's like, okay, Lego was like way behind their times introducing something for the girls
they did
because
have
it wasn't until 1971 ish that they came out with a homemakers theme.
right, yeah, the homemaker's theme,
Well,
which
in 1959, Mattel introduced Barbie.
oh right, which dolls. That's the
Oh
ticket.
yeah, 1960, Chatty Cathy.
Oh yeah, Chetty Cathy, where you got to go, babe?
And so Mattel started out focusing on the girls. In 1968, Mattel started to attract the boys by introducing Hot Wheels. I thought Hot Wheels had been around longer than 1968.
I hope whatever piece the doctor dropped has a spare in the set. Anyhow, yeah, they did have a lot of trouble breaking into the market, and prior to even the homemaker, their building block sets did feature pictures of both girl and boy children playing with the sets, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the girls are going to be interested in it just because of that. Although it is a unisex toy, I don't think it was ever just boy related, right?
Yeah, Polybag Mike, he's got a he's got a question for you here.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Doctor, I have a problem. I have addiction. I need all the polybags help. Okay. For a situation like that,
Now,
We usually put the patient down because
Miss Bricks,
that's a tall order.
Miss Bricks went ahead and answered it for you because I was
Lucky for
slow
you, there's an
getting over
auction.
to it.
There is an auction coming up that's going to feature many of the poly bags that
It
you're
has
going to.
several poly bags in it.
GI Joe became a thing. The boys' dolls. I know they had the large dolls in the '60s, maybe late '50s. Doc,
Yeah,
the
and
large dolls and the
and
12
that
inch.
yeah, because in 1923 Hasbro started its company. And can you name the four biggies that Hasbro had?
Uh, what through their whole history, or is there a certain
Yeah,
time?
that were really hot. You named one, GI Joe,
Yeah, Transformers. Oh,
Transformers.
Hasbro also did.
They had the Tonka line,
Okay, yeah, Tonka was. Yep. Okay.
Play School,
Play School was their little kids line.
yeah, and then My Little Pony.
My Little Pony was Hasbro. That's right. That's right. And that was their
That
girl
was
claim to fame.
yeah, that was their girl claim to fame. And then they got into Nerf and Monopoly and Power Rangers and
And then
just
they
went
acquired
on and
Kenner.
on.
They
Uh
acquired
huh.
Kenner. So then they
Yep.
owned all of the Kenner any licenses Kenner still held, Star Wars, what have you. So that was a big deal.
Yeah, they've partnered up with Disney, just like Lego did. With being able to do the Star Wars and the Transformers and you know, so yeah,
Well, they got Star Wars before Disney acquired Star Wars. They had the license from when they bought Kenner. So 1995, the resurgence of Star Wars toys, it was still under the brand name Kenner, but it was technically owned by Hasbro. Little known fact. See, even back then, I thought it was still Kenner was still its own company.
did not know that.
Yes, so that's crazy. That's crazy. In 81, 82 ish, I think Marvel released the G.I. Joe comic line that inspired the toys. Yeah, I think that all came out around the same time. The show and comic I think was out before the toy line by a little bit, and basically the show was that's when they changed the laws that you could have children's programming affiliated with merchandise toys. So because
Mer-
before that they looked at it as a commercial, aiming a commercial at children to sell products, which is what it is. And they took that law away. So the '80s was the heyday haven for toys in general, all across all lines, because you could have a show that went along with it. Your favorite toy had a show. They changed that law back in the '90s, and you see what happens with that.
Okay, so Cliff's got a question: is Haley having a good day?
Oh, that's an important question. We should get our people on that. Jason from Australia has the largest. Yeah, He Man was Mattel. Mattel ruled the boys' market with that.
Yeah, He Man was Mattel.
Lego started focusing on houses and stores, which, if anything, would be considered marketed at girls, wouldn't you? Considering doll houses and all. Yeah, but if you look, okay, so the minifigure, interestingly enough, uh, when it was released, they were still making homemaker sets, and there were homemaker sets where the minifigure was used as a baby maxi fig or as a doll for the little kid maxi figs, which is quite interesting. That there are homemaker sets with regular with your normal standard minifigs in, as either as a doll or a baby, which is pretty cool. Um, oh, I don't think they gave me an extra of that piece. Okay, I'll be right back, and I'm behind in the chat. So please
Yeah,
excuse
this
me.
is
Having a PhD doesn't mean I'm good at streaming.
yeah, this is one of those homemaker sets. Let's see.
Oh, there we go. And that has, oh, yeah, that's that kitchen set. That's really nice. Yeah, they had base plates without studs in the middle so you could move the furniture around and studs on the edges so you could connect the cabinetry and whatnot. They were pretty cool little doll sets.
Yeah, this was their living room. Whoa, too close. So they had the kitchen, and then they had the little living room sets.
Right, those are nice. Those are very, very nice. Um, I'm only 10 and I know all these things. Well, Rochelle, that is impressive and amazing. And my hat off to you.
Mattel will probably never let Lego use the IP.
Oh, for He Man? Yeah. Um, well, for one, right now, Mattel makes their own He Man. Um, and the ended up getting Transformers. Transformers is multi-owned by Hasbro and Takara Tomy Takara. So in Japan, so it because Transformers were actually based off of three different Japanese toy lines smashed together to create the original Generation One Transformers. But
So so while
Buddy
the
Rick is here.
homemaker, hi Miss Bunny, Miss Suzanne, how are you?
Hi, Suzanne and Justin Sluter. Hello, Bubba Bricks. Oh, Rochelle would study history. That's good. Um, I did want. Oh, okay, you go on because I have stuff to say about later times of Legos hunt for the girl market,
Right,
more modern.
because while the homemaker thing was going, 1979, so right before they ended the homemaker theme in 1982, they uh, they came out with the Scala,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and on the Scala, it, uh, they started it out as a jewelry. So it was a jewelry line,
yeah.
and
And that
after
those are interesting. They came with a lot of printed 2x2 tiles, which I still find sometimes in used bulk, and I grab them up because they have some pretty cool little tiles. There's one of a house that I think is really cool.
yeah, because I find it interesting that they did the bracelet line, and then with Scala, why not just bring it back out instead of coming out with dots and doing
Well,
basically the same thing,
it
you know?
is, and it's actually amazing that they came back out with dots in the first place because they had failed. Lego has a history of when they fail at something, they're too scared to ever try it again. Even if they failed at something, and the reason they most likely failed was because it was too early, ahead of its time. It wasn't the right time for the market to be into it, and so
Yeah,
they've had failures that weren't because of the product. It was because of when they uh, release the product. So I'm really happy that they did come back with dots, even after failing with Scala and Clickets.
Right.
Because they notoriously are scared to retry stuff that failed once. Like they get gun shy real easy, and I don't like that. It's I mean, have a little faith in yourself, Lego. Have a little faith.
So after all of that, in 1992 was and I don't know why I don't have a
Oh,
slide for
now
that one.
are you going to talk Paradisa now?
I was, but I don't have a slide for it.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, now that was a cool series.
Paradiso was awesome because it. I love when they were doing things to get the girl market that fitted in with the boy market because those sets went hand in hand with all the Lego town sets, and they I thought they were awesome when I was a kid. So they made it a little bit more accessible to girls to be like, okay, it's okay, but it also was cool for boys. I mean, everyone could like that. That was You can't deny that. So, um, Paradisa was really cool and introduced a lot of new parts and prints and the Lego pink, the old pink,
Right.
which I used to
Yeah.
love.
Colors started coming out more.
Right.
And then in 1994, so right before Paradisa ended in 1997, they brought out
Belleville. Now,
Belleville.
when I went, I was already pretty much in my dark ages. Excuse me, I need to take an antacid. And don't worry, prescribed by me. Mm, mm. Now that is good. My esophagus was burning. Um,
Yeah, Bubba. The color schemes were
I
absolutely
I
fantastic.
have a Belleville story quickly, and it pertains to the topic. I
Yeah,
was in my dark age, and then Belleville came out, and I saw the set on the shelf. It was one of the smallest sets that Lego did at the time, and it was a little girl with like a one of those things, a vanity, and it had a mirror sticker that went on a panel on your normal four by whatever panel, 4x4 panel, and it came with a new little kitty cat element, the one where the cat's playing and its tail is up in the air. And
oh yeah,
I bought it even though I had stopped buying Lego. I bought it because that little cat piece, and I thought it was just really really cool. So I was already pretty almost an adult, and I bought Belleville because I thought it was so cool. Just that one set. And then that was the second to last Lego set I bought before my dark ages were sealed. And the last set I bought before I went into my dark ages also pertains to girls because a lot of people don't know this, but there was a theme called freestyle, which I loved, and they actually came out with freestyle that was geared towards girls. So this is the last set I bought before I went in my dark ages. I know it's a girl geared set, but I thought it was the cat's meow, the fox's meow.
yeah.
So this
Right. And they only did freestyle for 2 years, I think.
right. Yeah, so this is the last set I bought. It's 1995, but it has that pink, the darker pink windows, the printed slopes with the flowers, the pink and the white flowers, and pink chalice cups, and this set, this is the same one I had that I bought right before my Dark Ages because it was still in the box when I came out of my Dark Ages. My mom kept it all them years. So, but yeah, I love a lot of the Belleville parts like that, those curved brick pieces that are really
Right.
large.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, just look at the lattice piece.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
I love that lattice piece. You know,
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
lattice.
you got the lattice piece. And see, they're starting to go back to those base plates again.
I'm trying to. Sorry,
In
I'm
like the
looking for
fourth.
my Belleville parts. Where are they all? Because I have.
And then you had the tiles, and yeah, I mean, there was so much. I mean, the figures. I kind of like the Friends figures better than the Bellevue.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
more to scale with the minifigures. I
yeah,
think it's why they're successful. Like the Belleville was so far away from the minifigures. You know what I mean? So, like this is a brick high plate with that
right.
corner out, and then you put this in there. I have one of these in a color that was Belleville only called medium green, and I love it. I use it in a landscape. In a corner of one of my Mills plates landscape, it's medium green and it's a rare color. But I want to try to use this in a building somehow. It's a fence. It's huge though. I mean, this is a Belleville fence. Like, look at
Right.
that. But I want to use it as like a window covering piece in like the top of a building, like some kind of I don't know, municipal building or something weird. But yeah,
And
I love these
there's
parts.
36 bricks. How you doing, Scott? I
What's
see
up,
your
36
leg,
Scott's Blocks?
leg your Lego barn is coming right along. It's looking good.
Nice.
But then in 1997 to 2001, guess who made its return again?
Scala, but now with dolls.
I know.
Now
And
we're
these
gonna do creepy
weird,
dolls.
right? And these weird paper cutout things.
Right.
Oh,
Oh yeah. And fabric pieces.
right.
Fabric
Yeah.
like felt pieces that
That
just
tore
weird
super,
stuff.
super easy. I mean, it was in this huge, big furniture.
Right. I think it was
There's no way.
too dumbed down is why I think girls didn't catch on with girls. It was they literally simplified it to the point they thought that they had to simplify it. No, girls are just as adequate and intelligent and creative as boys. You don't need to dumb it down.
Yeah. Buddy Brick says there was a creator at the Chicago show that did a dollhouse with Belleville, and
Yep.
it was awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's creepy Scala baby,
Oh, I know it.
which was gifted to from Erica Bricks, gave that to Ficken Bricks at Philly Brick Fest.
I was afraid to put that one on the big screen
That
because
is
I
the
mean
baby
it's
of nightmares.
yeah,
Yes.
it was just too awful.
It's too
Too
graphic to show here.
it really was.
And here, I'll show you again because I know I was on the small screen, but this was my final set before my Dark Ages, and it was freestyle, and it wasn't just for girls, obviously, but it was geared for both. And so I loved it. I loved the colors. I loved I love freestyle because it literally didn't have instructions. It was like build what you want to build, which is what I did with Lego at that time anyway. And so I felt like it was a great theme. People think it's a weird thing or whatever, but I thought it encouraged creativity and was outside the box. Just came with weird parts. And I was like, well, I want those weird parts for my weird builds. You know what I mean? So I definitely embraced a lot of their endeavors into the girl market. I especially love. Oh, and I did finish my doctoring microscope, and so it
Oh,
is.
nice.
Yeah, it's a functioning microscope. It uses that piece that you got from Bricklink, the magnifying glass, and
Right.
it actually works. If you look down this hole, it goes straight to the magnifying glass. They give you a petri dish, and in the petri dish, you get your specimens. So, and this, I'll show you the specimens. They're quite intriguing. So as a doctor, we use these type of specimens a lot in the biz. um, you have your dog treat. You have
Uh-huh.
your delicious pizza. I know every time I do surgery, I enjoy pizza while I am, you know,
Is that
performing.
a pizza or is that an orange?
Uh, well, it's Lego. You can make it whatever you want. It looks like a pizza. It
Okay,
looks
yeah,
like
it's
an
a
orange,
pizza.
but it's a pizza. It's a pizza. It's an orange pizza.
Oh,
You
there
got
you
your
go.
strawberry molecule and the shiny snowflake printed. So those are specimens that we can look at today. I don't know if the camera will look down this tiny hole. Let me try. Oh yeah, kind of can.
Oh yeah, kind of, sort of.
I'd have to hold it just
Hold it
so.
very, very still.
Oh yeah, but see, as a doctor, I shake like a leaf. That's why I'm so good at surgery. I don't have to move my arm; it automatically cuts through with the shaking, the trembling that I do. Oh, I'm getting sued, aren't I? All right. So I'll show you quick how it works. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It looks like you don't have very long to live, chat, according to this. All right. But anyway, yeah. So my favorite foray was the junior sets before they did juniors friends sets. They used to do minifig scale girl sets, and they did a house in that light yellow, in that bright light yellow. They did a grocery store that came in a suit, one of the, it was a pink suitcase.
Right.
Um, and they did. Where's my bucket? My favorite, my favorite of
Yeah, because
all.
I've got the blue suitcase and mom's got the pink suitcase.
Yeah, my favorite of all was this set. I bought two of them, and I
Yeah.
bought one for Indigo. This is the Juniors Stable, and I absolutely love this set. Um,
Yeah, because the Friends wasn't Friends at the very beginning. It was all about the horses.
right. Well, and this was 2014, so Friends was out, but they had tried the girls' market still with the minifigs, and I commend them. But then they stopped this and they changed their juniors over to Friends. I stopped buying it. Even though good sets did come out, they just had mini dolls. I just didn't want to deal with buying. I bought Friends sets for my daughter, but and she has a lot of the original Friends sets, but I didn't want to go through the trouble of discarding the dolls and whatever, what have you. So,
Right. Yeah, because according to everything that I read, Friends came out in 2012,
yep.
so they've had 10 years to get where they are,
Oh, there.
and
It's an amazing theme. It's great.
It's
It's
it
I
is.
think it's better. Some of the buildings are better than anything Lego City gives us.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at my city, it's made up of a lot of uh, friend sets that I start with the core basic, and then I build off of it, expound upon it,
Yeah.
and
Oh
uh,
yeah. They have great stuff. They do great stuff with the Friends line. And you know, it I didn't know that Friends was going to take off like it did, but it was literally the first time Lego succeeded in the girls' market, and it just took off. And I remember the first wave. I for Indigo, I bought her. It was like a cafe, a little cafe, and it had the rounded awning in red white, I think it was, and it was a great set. I built it because she was so little. I built it kind of. She just wanted to play with it, right? And I was like, this is good. And so I was impressed that they were able to break into the girls' market finally. They had tried forever, like you said, since the early 70s. They had
right
tried this
since
and that. And everything.
1971.
Right. They tried and they just couldn't grasp it. So it's hi, Haley. Tina Bricks is here. Big Nate Bricks is also here. Rochelle Watson is still here. Did I see anyone else that I missed? Tim. Good to see you, Tim. Is Willie here? Hi, Willie. 36
Yeah, I
Bricks
did
and the
see
lug member that
Willie.
collects the Belleville dolls. That's interesting. Interesting, 36. Bubba has a ton of the light yellow brick base plates. The reason I buy them is I am working on a Extreme Island Stunts mock of their headquarters, their HQ, and I was going to use them in there because their building, that building is in the old. It's called Light Yellow is the actual name on Bricklink. It's different than the new bright light yellow, which now they have that neon highlighter yellow. So those three look the same to me. So thanks Lego for ruining that.
I did get a message from Brett. I know everybody was asking about Brett. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? But he sent this, and he said, it's most important, and I have to show it on screen.
Let's do this.
So there we are.
As a
Sorry,
doctor, I find
sorry, Clippy.
that is the prescription for laughter. I
Sorry,
prescribe
Clippy.
I prescribe that for laughter. That is funny. That is not even a photoshopped picture. That is Cliff.
Hi,
And that is
Michaela.
amazing. Cliff did not know anyone was photographing him at that time, and I'm so
I
glad.
know Spider
I'm,
Man in the flesh.
that is Spider Cliff. He does not do what a spider does, but he skateboards his butt off in spandex, and that's all that matters.
Oh, did you see what Haley said? Man,
What,
an
20?
evil mad scientist.
Oh, I'm Dr. Fox, and I am evil, but I'm not mad. I'm quite sane, actually. But I am in a good mood. I've had some really tumultuous times during this 72-hour live
Now,
stream.
now this comment right there is
Ooh,
probably the comment of the day.
there we go. Put that up in the
Just
Lego
the
room now, setting up, which
right,
means he's
just the
drinking
fact
Mountain
that
Dew. And
he's actually possibly maybe going to be on time.
I don't think so, but he is drinking Mountain Dew and smoking cigarettes. So congratulations, Hoosier, you did
There we go.
it. Oh, oh God, sorry.
Scott Bucks.
No, it
Yeah,
does
see,
what it.
I'm not even going to try to sing that.
I know that Spider Cliff is not as agile as a spider. He might have the hinder of a spider, an abdomen, if you will. and it's not okay is here. I'm like, hello,
And Gary Malone.
Gary Lady. Oh, he's been here the whole time. He's just been on silent running. He's like a
Uh,
submarine. He's like an Irish submarine.
I tell you what, he did great for the first time being
Oh,
on stream. Man,
that was a historical moment for me.
it was. I mean
I
that makes the whole 72 hour just
I didn't know
right
he was going
there.
to do that. Did anyone else know about that, or did it just happen?
I popped in and I was like, well, there he is.
I, okay, like I got no warning that he was like did Bluegrass and Suzanne just was the link just in the chat?
The link was in the chat.
Okay, and Gary just
I
he
mean,
just said
because
now's
I
the
was
time. He
right.
he must he
I
said this.
was waiting and I was kept looking at my phone and looking at my phone and looking at my phone and I never did get an invite. And then I was like, Gary's up. So I scrolled up in the chat and I went, huh, the link's in the chat.
Gary
And then
must.
it was like, oh, now we have all six.
Oh yeah, it filled up fast. I think actually I was in the green room and there was like four other people in the green room at the same time. Charlie just was letting us in there stew. We were stewing a little bit. He was getting us
Yeah.
all. He was getting me simmered up anyway because I was getting sick of sitting in there, to be honest.
Was there any snacks or anything in
No, there
there?
was no snacks. Like I said, a dirty futon that smelled like cat pee.
So it was like sitting in the back of Taz's
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah. In the green room at Taz's. Yeah.
Right, right. I was like, when are they going to condemn this place? But we do have Big Nate is still here. He's gonna get his money for the auction. It's not okay. They came into Bluegrass too. I was happy that they were there. They definitely saved money with stickers on parts count. Sidious has been talking about stickers and prints for about the
I
last
know.
20 minutes.
I know.
Sidious
And
can
I
go
mean, I've
on.
not highlighted one of his comments.
Well,
So
if you
there,
let
uh,
Sidious, he will have a
right
whole
there.
conversation about something. He doesn't care if there's no response. That's what I love about Stud Sidious. He just keeps going.
Oh,
You
I tell
can't
you what,
stop him.
in macros, oh man, they were just going one after another, after another, after another. I mean, I couldn't stay focused on the stream for reading
No.
chat.
Well, Sidious has the stamina of like a Greek bull. He's like a Taurus when it comes to chatting. He's like he's like, oh my God.
See, he's still talking.
He will
There it
go
is.
on. He will stop. You can't put a good man down. I'll tell you, when he would use to instant message me, he would message me so fast and so much I couldn't keep up to the point where if I didn't go back and listen or read them, mostly listen, he'd send me audio clips. If I didn't listen to them in order, I didn't know what the crap he was talking about. Like I
That's
was
how
like,
Robbie.
there was
Robbie
like,
does the same thing to me.
yeah, there's like
He sends
three
me
days.
audio clips.
It's like 3 days worth of messages in half a day. I'm like, okay, hold on. I didn't get to the other ones yet. Give me a second.
I know minifig collector. I mean, it's like I'll have all these messages, and I'm sitting there just going, "What the heck were we talking about?"
Hey, at least a lot of them that he sends me are just hi. He says hi to me quite often, and I don't mind that.
Oh no, these are like 2-minute voice messages.
Oh, I don't get any. Oh, Stud Sidious is like the only one. He would send them on Instagram, the voice messages. Yeah, he had a. You still once the hand is broken, it's always broken, Sidious. And then I couldn't keep up because like I'd listen to it. He can talk faster than I can type. You know what I mean? Like he's able to. He was like, doof, 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 doof. And I'm like, I'm still typing back on the first one that you sent. So can you give me a second?
I know. Well, it doesn't help that you have a flip phone.
Right. And I don't even have a flip phone, but I'm just not a strong typer. We didn't have to learn typing in school. It was an elective when I was a kid. So I didn't take that elective. It wasn't mandatory to learn how to type like it is now. we still handwrit all our reports were handwritten. You know what I mean? And so I type like my both my hands are broken. I try to hit the letters as fast as I can without making a mistake. It's actually not fun. Maybe now they aren't printing thousands of video tiles. We may get more printed pieces. That was their choice. No one made them do that, Ian. So don't
Right.
try to make it seem like that was causing us to not get printed pieces. That's on them. I'm used to years of having to debate marketing executives and defend creative work. It's just embedded into me now. You don't have to defend yourself to me, baby. Most times we agree on whatever it is, stud. Actually, him and I see eye to eye uh, on a lot more things than I do with some people. So me and Stud are kindred spirits. Actually, we've talked enough, and we have the same come from the same background, even though where he's East Coast and I'm Midwest. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. People don't like his opinions, but you know what? If everyone had the same opinion, this would be the most boring community you've ever seen.
Yeah, because he's over in Connecticut, isn't he? In that tri-state
Yeah,
area.
he's real close to New York City.
Yeah, over in the
He
tri-state
doesn't get
area.
his salsa from there though.
Because
You know how
I figured he would know all the toy information, so that's why I was trying to
well,
ignore
and
him throughout the whole thing.
he used to work in marketing and graphic design marketing for Lego. So and now he works for himself doing graphic design uh, apparel. He has his own lines of apparel. So I don't have to agree, but I don't ever judge. Right? It's great to have differing opinions. I enjoy it. If I'm in a place and we're all saying yes to each other, I feel like we're some kind of weird clone herd or something. Like we're just like, yes, that is good,
Right,
sufficient. Like we don't have to all agree. I can see, and I can look at things from different perspectives. I don't need to judge. Just because it differs from my idea doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's different. And if I look at it from a different point of view, it might open up my mind to things. You know what I mean? And that's never a bad thing. Um, you can tell even when I was, in high school when I went in my dark ages, I had no qualms with playing with or buying toys that were geared towards girls. If I thought it was cool, it was cool. I don't care what society says about that kind of stuff. Those roles that they try to impose on us. And I never cared because it you should do what you want. You know what I mean?
right, exactly. I mean, go to Target and Walmart, and about two or three of the friend sets, and just and it's like, oh, your daughter's gonna love this. Like, daughter, she's
I don't have no
grown,
daughters. You're weird. That's what I
this
would
is
say. I'd
this
be
is
like,
mine. Yeah,
yeah. I'd be like, my daughter ain't getting these. She don't
right.
deserve. I'm gonna be building these. Yeah, well, that is the stigma with it, and it's like, and
But in the same aspect, you've got girls that go in and like and they'll buy Star Wars. Oh, are you
yeah,
buying it for your husband? It's like, no.
no, I'm buying it for me, and that's the thing is it sucks because breaking those barriers is tough, but
It
the
is.
more that instead of I know back, I've heard stories of people who used to just um roll with the punches on that. They'd be asked if it's for their kids or for their daughter or for their son because it's a boy Star Wars or quote unquote boy Star Wars set. And every time you say to them, "No, it's for me," it breaks that barrier a little bit more because the next time that employee sees a grown up with a set or sees a male with a female toy or anything, they'll be less
Right.
likely to assume that it's not for them. You know what I mean? Because they've already had people say, no, this is for me. So that's, I think every time, don't just say yes because you don't want to have to like say that it's for you.
Explain yourself, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to explain yourself, which you shouldn't. You're not really explaining yourself, but you are making them aware that it's not always that way. That isn't concrete, and that's what's important. Is that's not concrete. No, I'm buying this girl set for me. You got a
Right.
problem? No, you don't, because I'm buying something and I'm leaving now. See ya.
Hi, Ordendorf.
Oldendorf.
Ordendorf.
Echo chambers are never great. No, no, but a lot of people like to be surrounded with echoes of validation, and that keeps them thinking that they're always right. You don't have to be right. Heck, if if I was always right, how miserable would I be? I'm wrong, and I'm willing to fess up and learn what I was wrong about. That's how you learn. If you're always right, you're never going to learn nothing. Or if you think you're always right. It's brutal sitting in meetings with brand managers that have zero creativity to debate every aspect of the job, but you have to do it. That's why I am the way
See,
I am.
see. He just talks to himself,
Oh yeah,
regardless
he will
whether.
talk. Hey, he has been in board meetings with the
But
most
I tell you
uncreative.
what, you know, you can put him in chat, and he'll just help your YouTube algorithm.
Oh,
It's
and
all the interaction.
he does have a lot of interact. He does have a lot of what do you call it? Experience with people that are in creative based fields like marketing and branding that aren't creative at all. That are just literally like number crunching robots. And I think that is part of the conformity and the where our society has that conformity and that consumerism that's just toxic, and it's because they're not creative, and he is a creative man. So I'm glad he's still fighting the good fight in that corporate sector. So thank you, sir. Thank you, Sid.
Absolutely. And I'll
And Justin
probably
Sluger, screw you.
reach out to you, you know, to get some marketing ideas.
Oh, I have talked to him that I have I've always kind of wanted to be in marketing, but I don't know if I'm too chaotic for it. But I always have ideas that people are like, that would be a great idea for a commercial for that, or for that would be blah blah blah. That is really clever or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but I
Well,
can't harness it to get paid for it, and that's what
well,
sucks.
I do like the 72-hour uh, shirt idea
That was
with
Jennifer's idea.
the lineup on the back and all of that.
I don't know
Great
if we can
idea.
do that. That was
Well,
my idea, but that seems like you'd have to have that lineup solidified pretty early to get that printed. But Jennifer came
well,
up with the idea that we could have 72-hour shirts, and they could
right
be.
now, right now, I'm set up to do 5,400 in 3 days. So I doubt that we would sell that many shirts, or would need that many shirts.
No, no. I thought
But
it'd be cool to
but
have it with the year so you could have a souvenir that you partook, even if you're just in the chat, you partook in the 72 hour. You don't even
oh
have to.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah,
And you
absolutely.
could wear that and be like, that would get the word out too. When people wear those to conventions, you know somebody's going to ask you what that shirt's about.
Right.
You could have a cool logo, a cool like Lego, not like official, not Lego infringement, but a Lego type, a brick type logo for the stream, and we wouldn't have to write Lego stream on there, but we can make it so that the imagery lets you know that it's Lego, because you definitely don't want anyone coming after you, obviously, but we could easily
Right.
come together as a community and design something. Heck, Stud Sidious would
Right.
be great. He's a
Well, yeah, and I've already got some that are set up, you know, that look like Lego, but they don't have the Lego name on it.
yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
nothing,
that's the
Ingrid.
thing. That's what Sidious is a master at, is getting around copyright things, but having it still be as very close to that branding. So fans of that will buy it. He does that with uh, sports teams, and so he's able to make merchandise that's non suable. So he's not sued. You know what I mean? But that's the thing is we have enough creatives that are in like you are set up to produce, and it's and there are other people set up to produce, and there are people who design, and we could easily, if we all pulled together, came up with something and executed it, even if we got it from multiple sources to keep the cost down or whatever it takes. People could be buying the shirts and have them as remembrance of the 72 hour, because there are people who do embrace this community stream.
See,
Put
that's a
yourself on the
stamp
big
print.
screen. I want to see. Can you put that up on the big?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, you don't have to. I'm so, as a doctor. Okay.
That's all right.
Bowling Green. Okay. Brick Blast.
Yeah, this is coming up next weekend.
Ooh, so are those getting the top three? Are those going to be the award bricks?
Yeah, they are, and
Ooh,
then everybody that attends will get theirs.
I love it. Where's my brick badges at? I had them. I was going to auction them off. Someone was like, "Oh, Cliff thought they were cool." And I'm like, "I'll auction these off." And he's like, "Really?" I'm like, "I don't care about them. They sit in a box. I don't do anything with them." Oh, here they are.
But yeah, doing a stamp, it's on there.
I blocked myself. I can't move.
And we got about 3 minutes before
I need a
we
nurse
gotta
to
go
clean
over
up
there.
this area. Nurse! Nurse! Oh, she's on. I think she's on break. Okay. But we got 3 minutes. I'll show you my brick badges quick. And these to
Did you
me
not
are
get
just
a Tennessee Valley?
to me
Bunny?
these are just no, because I consider these to be someone just took and graffitied on Lego. I don't
Yeah.
this is not cool. You just did something to the bricks. I don't know what you did, but it's not supposed to be on there, is it? It didn't come in a Lego set, so I don't know how this got on here.
Well, that's what I said. With these, I mean, these didn't come with a Lego set either. But each brick is separate.
Well, I do have. I think this is the only one in the world that says "Welcome to Buttchopolis." I would gladly.
It is. That's pretty cool, though. I'm gonna have to make one.
What? That's I own the copyright on that. What do you get? Lawyers?
Not that says Buttchopolis.
Oh, I was gonna say cut. Yeah, cut.
No.
But yeah, go over to Hoosier's weird thing. I guess they do an auction every year. As a doctor, we don't partake in auctions. It's part of the medical code. Just kidding, it's not. As a doctor, I lie a lot. Okay.
I'm not
Graffiti
sure what
is
Mike's
not.
doing. He's
15 bucks on the Buttchopolis? It's sold. Wait, who's MB?
MB 15. $15 MB.
What does MB mean? Monkey butt? Who you calling monkey butt?
It's a
Love you
Class A
too.
vandalism.
I don't know what a monkey butt is, but that's Class A No, and actually, it's very nicely done vandalism.
All right. Well,
Should we
we've
get
got
link?
like
Should I get a link
30.
in there for the Smoozer stream here?
Yeah, and I can't believe if you don't know where Hoosier's Bricks is, then shame
Dr.
on you.
Fox is always lying. Dr. Fox.
But there's the link. You can
That's
head
for
on
the
over
blog spot. I'll put the actual link in the Shizat. This is
because
just
you have 2 seconds.
You have 30 seconds to get over there, or bad things are gonna go down.
But I do
There's
appreciate. Oh,
Brett. Look at Brett.
look who shows up. Who's ready
Brett's
for
been
the
taking a
auction?
nap all
Hey,
day for
Brett.
the auction. Brett's been resting for the auction.
He has.
And now
been.
I don't want to lose my voice because I'm doing the color commentary on the auction. So don't make me lose my voice, okay?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody showing up. And we will see you over in Hoosiers.
It was awesome spending time with you, Triple D, as always. So thank you.